My name is Deborah Smith. I'm a student at Anne Arundel Community College in Arnold, Maryland. I am doing a service learning project here at the Chesapeake Children's Museum for my environmental science class. I am in charge of restoring all the birdhouses here on the property, and we are going to take a tour, and I'm going to show you what I have done and what I will be doing to fix everything up. So why don't you follow me and we'll go take a tour. So we are standing here at our first birdhouse, and actually this one is quite in disrepair at first. The top here was coming off, the side was coming off, and also it was coming off from the back. So what I did was I re-nailed the top, re-nailed the side, and re-nailed it to the back so it's not jiggly or loose anymore. And then also the pole here was white, so I spray painted it green to cover up the black writing and the whiteness of the pole. So now it blends in more with the natural surroundings. So this house here, actually we have named the Flutter Bungalow, and it was donated by the Chesapeake Bay Trust. And so that's our first birdhouse. Let's go on to the next one. Right, we are at our next birdhouse here. This one here, actually we started out with an empty post and with a bunch of screws just kind of popping out, sticking out. So I took all the screws off. This house I actually got as a donation from Amanda Greska and James Naylor of Riva, Maryland. And we also painted this post here green, so to cover up the white on that one as well. And now we are going to go over to our next house, which is right over this way. Right, over here we have our next birdhouse. This one called the Wing Lull Abode. This one was also donated by Amanda Greska and James Naylor of Riva, Maryland. This one here we also started out with an empty post. We took off the extra screws, I nailed up the house, and then I painted the post green so that it matches all the other ones. So this one is the Wing Lull Abode, and now we will move on to our next house. Alright, so we are at our next house here. Now this one I actually did not have to do any restoration to. This one was in great condition. And if you look at it, we've got 6 holes on this side and then 6 holes on the back side, which makes 12 holes for the birds to get in. So I decided to name this one the Tweet Side Inn, since, you know, many birds can stay at one time. So let's go ahead on to our next house. Alright, so we are at this house here. This one I have named the Twitter Villa. This one was actually already here, and this one was in disarray as well. The side was coming off, the top was coming off, and it was also coming off from the back post. So I have nailed it all together so it's not jiggly, and I have repainted the post here. And this one was donated by the Chesapeake Bay Trust, and I have named this one the Tweeter Villa. Now, what are birdhouses without a bird feeder? So this bird feeder here, if we take a look, is in quite disarray. You see the top's coming off, it's falling over, plastic's coming off, it's kind of a mess. So I'm pretty much going to remove this whole thing, and we got a new piece of wood here. What we're going to do is replace the feeder with a nice big strong piece of wood so it doesn't fall over. This bird feeder here, which was donated by Brian Durf of Crofton, Maryland, and it's going to be called Colonel Durrs once it is put here on the ground and be right in the same spot. Our big bucket of birdseed. This one was donated by Giant Food of Crofton, Maryland, and has been filled by Giant Food of Crofton, Maryland and Giant Food of Riva, Maryland. And we have so much birdseed in here that's going to be great to fill with the feeders all summer long to take care of the birds. So we are now back at Colonel Durrs here, and it is completely finished. It's all put together, and we have filled it now with birdseed so the birds can come and eat. So this is what it looks like, and it looks great. And it's easy to fill. The top comes right off, and there you go. We're all set. Now the birdseed that we put inside the 2 feeders is a mix of wild birdseed, which will attract different kinds of birds. And here around this area we have mourning doves, finches, the Baltimore Oriole, cardinals, and blue jays actually, which are really cool to see because they have a nice bright blue color on them. But this seed that we have in the feeders will bring all sorts of birds for the kids to see and for the adults to see. Here we're at the Swing Time Diner, and this one, when I started the project, was actually found on the ground, and so we have hung it up and filled it with birdseed, and now it's all set and ready to go. Now, the birdhouse restoration project would not have been possible without my sponsors. And I have to thank Amanda Greska and James Naylor for donating 2 birdhouses, Cheap Cheap Cottage and the Wing Lull Abode. We have the Chesapeake Bay Trust, which also donated 2 birdhouses, the Flutter Bungalow, and also Twitter Villa. And then we have Brian Durr of Crofton, Maryland, who donated Colonel Durr's, which is one of the bird feeders we have. And also we have Giant Food of Crofton, Maryland, which donated 2 20-pound bags of birdseed and a big bucket for us to put it in. And also Giant Food of Riva, Maryland, which donated 3 big bags of birdseed and some nails for us to put the houses back together. All right, so we are all done with the birdhouse restoration project here at the Chesapeake Children's Museum, and it would not have been possible without all of my sponsors. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank Anne Arundel Community College for sending me out here to do this project. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to bringing all the birds back here to the museum for the children and the adults to enjoy. Thank you.